I think Gina Carano may be coming back. Now, it may not happen for a while, but yeah, I think that Gina Carano, Cara Dune, may be making a comeback in the Star Wars universe, and there is an obvious way to do it. I mean, obviously, just bring her back, say that she's hired again or whatever, and just move on. But no, I'm talking about how there is like a legit way that Lucasfilm can do this, and obviously we're going to be getting into all these details, and we're actually going to be getting into this video pretty quickly. So as always, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars content. Now, Gina Carano being let go from The Mandalorian, it's been a serious blow to not only the story, but, to the fandom as well. Say what you want about her political views or whether or not you agree or disagree with Lucasfilm's decision in firing her. But besides that, from a story point of view, which is what we mainly focus on this channel, Star Wars as a story, Gina Carano's character Cara Dune not being involved in the story anymore, like just going away, leaves a serious hole in the story, like an emptiness in The Mandalorian, and I think in the Filoniverse in general. And that's really troubling. Not to mention that The Mandalorian, it was a story, it was a Star Wars project that literally everyone, or almost everyone, like 99% of Star Wars fans had no problems with. I think the last time that happened was maybe the original trilogy. The prequels came out and there was kind of a division there. The sequels came out and there was a division there. Rogue One, pretty much everybody liked Rogue One too, I guess. But basically, ever since the original trilogy, The Mandalorian has been the thing that Star Wars fans as a whole have looked to and said, that is good. I like that. Keep it coming. Like, nobody was complaining about there being any over-the-top political messages. The story and the characters were solid. It was exactly what we needed. A Star Wars show that was able to take us away and allowed us to enter that galaxy far, far away. And now it's not that way. Now, every single time that people watch The Mandalorian, they're going to be wondering, hey, was this scene supposed to be filmed with Gina? Was she supposed to play a role in this episode? Or we're going to be wondering, hey, whatever happened to Cara Dune? Like, what's she up to these days? And the way that they handle the character of Cara Dune, and her fate, the fate of the character, is, I cannot emphasize this enough, extremely important. How they handle her character, the fate of her character, will give us a huge indication into the direction that Lucasfilm is going. Now, whether or not you believe all that Lucasfilm Civil War stuff, alright, that's up to you, but I'm just thinking, logically at this point, whatever happens to Cara Dune within the Filoniverse is going to be crucial to Star Wars moving forward. Okay, look at it this way. If they kill her off in the show, if they say that she's dead, alright, if they say that the character of Cara Dune has passed away, then there is no way that Gina Carano can come back to the Star Wars universe. This act would show that Lucasfilm as a whole has, in fact, completely moved on from her character, and that the actress and the studio have actually completely separated, and that there's no hope that she'll ever return. It means that her potential roles in future episodes of The Mandalorian, with Rangers of the New Republic, and even her rumored spin-off show that was apparently, in the works at Disney, are done. Like, there's no chance that any of these things will come to pass in the future if they decide to kill her character off. That will literally mean that Gina Carano is, in fact, really done at Lucasfilm. And right now, this is kind of where we are, more or less. Lucasfilm has given no indication that she is coming back, and in fact, they have said flat out that she isn't. However, Cara Dune, that character that she plays, her fate is still up in the air. Now think about this. Jon Favreau, who was writing and creating The Mandalorian, and who invented the character of Cara Dune, could set the groundwork for her return. Okay, so if we get into Season 3 of The Mandalorian, where I am sure that her fate will be at least talked about a little bit, and if they say that she has run away, if she's busy doing something else for the New Republic, if she is basically anything but dead, basically, unless they confirm that Cara Dune has died within the Star Wars universe, then there is a chance, and I think a pretty big chance, that she can come back, that Gina Carano can make a return to Star Wars and reprise her role as Cara Dune. I personally think that Jon Favreau wants to bring her back, but we'll get into that later. First things first, we need to realize that Kathleen Kennedy's contract expires in 2021. This year, the contract is over. and of course they could renew her, but I feel like that is not going to happen, that she is not going to renew her contract, especially with everything that is going on right now. This whole Gina Carano situation and, you know, people canceling Disney Plus and everyone kind of boycotting Star Wars again, and the fandom just, we were so close to getting together, and now we're just dividing again, and the fans are all upset. And I don't even feel like we're really dividing anymore. I feel like everyone more or less is kind of on the side of like, hey, sure, whether I agree with Gina or not or anything like that, I really appreciated the character of Cara Dune. Why in the world aren't we going to see her again? Anyway, but I feel like it's one big mess. And this is coming at a time where Disney is already struggling financially. And I just don't think that they are going to want to continue in the direction that they are going. And they need Star Wars to make money. Now, that was kind of a little rant, but I could get into a bunch of other things, you know, but that's for another video as to why I think that Kathleen Kennedy's contract won't, you know, be renewed. Anyway, so if Jon Favreau keeps her alive within The Mandalorian, keeps her character alive, I think it is because that he may be planning to take the reins at Lucasfilm, or maybe somebody else will, that will allow Gina Carano to come back and reprise her role as Cara Dune. And obviously that won't be able to happen if she is dead. We know that Cara Dune was going to play a role in Season 3 of The Mandalorian, which has now been delayed for the Book of Boba Fett. Or maybe it's been delayed so that they can rewrite it without Gina Carano's character. And she was going to play a much larger role in Rangers of the New Republic as well. And then there was all this talk about her own spin-off show that she was probably going to get. And all of these projects were going to be written and created by Jon Favreau. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are writers out there or how many of you guys are storytellers, but I am. I love writing and I love telling stories. And I would hate it. It would seriously get me ticked off if somebody just came in and took away a key character from me, especially if I had like a million other plans for her. It would basically be the equivalent. Now, I get it. I think Ahsoka is a way better character than Cara Dune is, obviously. But if we remember at the beginning of the Clone Wars, Ahsoka was not the most liked character. People actually found her kind of annoying. But it would be exactly the same thing if they came in and they said, hey, Ashley Eckstein did something inappropriate. We're going to fire her. The character of Ahsoka Tano is done. All right? Look at what we would have missed. Look at the character development, the amazing emotional moments, the great Star Wars content that we would have missed if Ahsoka Tano wasn't allowed to continue. I feel like Dave Filoni inventing Ahsoka, I feel like Jon Favreau has done the same thing with Cara Dune. A very strong, you know, kick-butt, warrior-type woman who is able to develop into this kind of main character and this fan-favorite character within the Star Wars community. I would be very ticked if someone said, hey, you can't use that character in the future. And I think Jon Favreau may feel the same way. He feels like, hey, you're cutting my legs out from under me. Anyway, this is the reason why I don't think that they will kill Cara Dune within the Star Wars universe. And this is why I think that once Kathleen Kennedy's contract expires and she leaves Lucasfilm, they will bring Gina Carano back. Because the person who is going to step up and take the reins, whether that be Jon Favreau or whether that be somebody else, that person is going to allow Gina Carano to come back, reprise her role as Cara Dune. So again, we need to watch out for that. If Gina Carano's character of Cara Dune is confirmed to be alive in any capacity, even if they don't say that she's dead, basically, unless The Mandalorian or some Star Wars canon says that Cara Dune has died, then there is hope that Gina Carano can come back. I feel like Cara Dune still has a role to play within the Star Wars universe. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you guys liked what you saw today, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars content, especially if you haven't already. Go ahead and join our little community. Also, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this whole situation. I am interested in all opinions. Thank you for watching today's video, and remember to forever be a Star Wars fan.